colorful suit and pants. So remember, if you want to show that you are mature and sincere, please remember your colors should be lasted through. And that leather shoes and your belt and your suitcase should be in the same color. The socks should be always in the dark colors. For example, you can wear black, blue, or brown, but definitely not white. And the position of your clip should be between the third button and the fourth button of your shirt. Not too high, not too low. And please remember, don't put your cell phone in the pockets of your pants for convenience, because other people would think that you are just too lazy. You put everything in your pockets and your pants cannot keep straight. For female dress code, you can wear a suit jacket with a skirt or with a pair of pants. For example, I wear a suit, but the skirt length should be knee length, not too high and not too low. And the length of the suit jacket should be long enough to cover your suit. And remember to tuck the shirt into the skirt. And the principle is the same. Please do not wear over 3 colors on you. And don't over-accessorize yourself. For example, don't wear shiny and big accessories. For example, big
like the
earrings. In business. Yeah. And wear tights instead of silk stockings. For example, the right hand side of the picture, she is wearing a pair of silk stockings, so you show a part of your legs to other people. But it's inappropriate when you go to the office or go to the interviews. You should wear tights. It's as long as your wrist. After going through the job interview manners and overall appearance, now I'm going to introduce you some office manners that you should pay attention to. We also divided it into 3 parts. The first one is cultural differences, and the second one is daily work manners, and the third part is greetings. According to the book written by Letitia Baldridge, she was the previous America's First Lady's consultant. She wrote that respecting each other is very important when there are some cultural differences in the office environment. Because of globalization, we know that there are more and more cultural differences in our office environment. For example, when you call other people's name or title, remember to use the appropriate appellation. For example, Latin Americans, you don't call them Hispanics. And you don't call Asian Americans Orientals. And for African Americans, you don't call them Negroes. So the right parts are all 3 appellations with discrimination. So remember, do not use them in the future. And in the office, you should always keep in mind that whenever you want to take something or use something, just always ask first. For example, you see some coffee and snacks in the office, you should not pick it and eat it by yourself. You should ask other people first. And for lunch or dinner party, for example, if your boss and your colleagues are going to a party or going to a lunch, you don't join them at your will. You should ask them first. According to the book Business Specialist, you should always keep in mind that making phone calls and writing emails are very common tools when you are in the business. You communicate with each other, so you have to know the exactly rules when you are writing mails or making calls. For example, the first step is to pick up the phone as soon as it rings. If it rings over 3 times, you should apologize to the caller. And the second one is say good morning before 11 a.m. In other times, you should say the company's name and the sector's name. And aptitude is everything. So you don't put the phone between your ear and your shoulder, so that other people can think that maybe you are not vigorous, but you represent your company when you pick up the phone. And ask the caller's name and the company's name, and you should take notes of these. Last, hang up after the caller has hung up. Do not hang up before they hung up. For writing emails, you have to keep it simple and clear, because when we write emails, we are just saving our times and saving other people's time. So you have to keep it simple and clear. Use the subject to say your main point. And if the content is too much, you should use attachments instead of putting everything in your content. Last, we should introduce you some greetings, because you always greet people in the office. Office juniors should always greet their seniors first. What we mean by seniors and juniors is by their job positions. So you should always remember when there are juniors, you should say hi first. And anyone who walks by your desk, greet them, no matter who they are, no matter who a person's position is. And say goodbye to the supervisor before leaving, because maybe he or she has some more things for you to do. And the last one is to avoid talking in the elevator. Keep it quiet. So now it's our review time. We have 3 following questions for you to answer. If you have the correct answer related to the 3 parts: job interview manners, overall appearance, and office manners. If you have the correct answer, just raise your hand. We have a little gift for you. First one is, before going to an interview, what are the 3 parts that you should have good understanding of? Yes.
There's a permanent industry.
Yes. Okay, the second one is very easy. To dress professionally, how many colors at most can you wear on yourself? 1, 2, 3. Blue.
3.
Okay. And the last question is a multiple choice. Which is the appropriate response to the phone call? Appropriate. A is, I can say good morning before 12 a.m. B, apologize if I pick up the phone after it rings over 3 times. C, because okay, you can have the answer.
B.
B, yeah, correct. So do you know any? Can you correct them for me?
Before 11 a.m. And
C?
B is right. So even though the caller cannot see me, I need to. I cannot do this. I cannot put my phone between my ears and my shoulder.
Okay.
I need to hold it. I keep my voice. You cannot keep your voice down. You need to speak really happy and loud. Stronger.
Yes.
And if the caller doesn't say, I should ask and take a note.
Yes. So after learning so much information today, if you practice from now on, you can certainly success as a professional, just like us. Thank you very much.